Please welcome Saemin from Raketen Ventures.
Hi.
Hi.
And I'm an oh, sorry, wrong. I thought this was an AA meeting. I really try to come up with like a really clever way of introducing myself, but I think everyone did such a great job that I just might end up making myself look like an idiot. So today, does everybody know Rakuten? So I guess you've heard about the Viki thing, right? And now I call it the Viki thing because just everybody asks me about the Viki. Like I know Viki in some way or not. But yes, so we're the company that recently bought Viki for about $200 million. It is now the largest acquisition that a company has made in Southeast Asia. But separate from that, essentially, we looked at the market as a whole, and especially APAC, we saw a lot of opportunity to grow the ecosystem, infuse a lot of great liquidity and kind of direction into where the market could go. So we set up this venture capital firm. I'm only about 6 months into Rakuten. The venture fund was born with me. Sounds kind of weird, but yeah, the venture fund was born with me, and we have about 2 tranches. One tranche is about 700K to 1.5 million. The second tranche is about 2.5 to 5 million. So we did this because we saw an opportunity where there was a glut of liquidity in the seed market. So basically, if I went out the street and I shouted out some kind of weird business idea, there's a high chance I could get funded. That is how easy it is right now. But the only problem is that has essentially destroyed the filtering capability of the free market. I find it very, very hard these days to find out a very good deal unless I have a very deep conversation with the founder. And essentially that has enabled me, that has basically made my opportunity cost to find the next really great company very, very hard. But also fun. Hard is fun. No, it's not. So, so essentially what I'm looking for is I have no biases in terms of verticals. You know, I stay away from biotechnology just because I'm so unfamiliar with it. I'm a little bit leery of gaming verticals. But essentially, if you have a strong technical bend and if you have a really great vision for your product, I am very, very interested to hear what you want to do with the product. For me, what I'm a little bit more interested in these days are 3 specific verticals. One is related to encryption, but not encryption as in encrypting emails, but actually being able to hide data. So one of the really funny things that some of the really techie guys in SF, Korea, and Taiwan are doing is the practice of encryption was in vogue maybe 16 to 18 months ago. But the only problem is that any NSA or weird intelligence agency can see data pass from point A to point B. So now what's coming into vogue and much more interesting is the practice of being able to hide the data. So it's not about making it hard to open the data, but it's actually the practice of making it hard to find the data. So these are some of the interesting trends that I'm looking at because we're living in such a different world than we were 3 to 4 years ago. So again, if you have any questions, I'm always here to answer questions and give feedback into the product. One of the most important things that I see is after I see a person and a team and the technology that I really like, the most important question that I ask the founders, and I've asked this to specific founders here, and you will probably know, how much liquidity do you need to last for 2 years? Because you know how exhausting psychologically exhausting fundraising is, right? Oh, fundraising is fun, right? Yeah, it's really fun. Yeah, you just want to do it over and over again. It's like smack, right? No, because oh yeah, it's being filmed also. But so what I'm saying is that when you have to fundraise, it just takes that much out of you to make a great product. So when I find a company that I really want to support, I want to make sure he doesn't think about that at least for the next 2 years. After that, the most important thing for me is to develop a really, really good investor and angel stack. Normally what I do is I will always have maybe 1 or 2 angels because you know how motivated people get when it's their own money, yeah? So it doesn't matter if the VC firm invested 100K, but it sure as hell matters if an angel invested 20K. Like I want to help out that person as much as possible because that leads in proxy to my success. So please, email me. Please ask me questions. If you haven't reached me today, I'm very active on this site called Quora. I try to dispel as much knowledge and my opinions about venture capital, startups, and products as much as possible. And I hope you have a great day. Thank you.